one dream for 2020 or a goal, if that's easier to digest? Ready?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna get back here. So we are going to be working on whatever it is that you just wrote down for the rest of the workshop, okay? So like I said, I've been studying this for a while and watched tons of interviews with the most successful people in the world. And what I did is I basically boiled down everything that I've learned into something easy, because I'm all about easy. Because if you can remember, you can actually do. If it's too complicated, you'll forget the moment you get back in your car. So I love acronyms. Why? Because they're easy to remember. My 3-year-old can remember acronyms, so I'm sure you all can as well. So what I've done is I've turned DREAM into an acronym. So you can guess we have 5 steps, 1 for each letter. But the biggest key takeaway from here is that dreaming is a journey. It really is a journey. It's not like it's one thing. Because guess what? Once you reach that goal that you just set, it's going to get bigger. You're going to keep going, right? It's a journey. So we are going to start with the letter D. Pretty straightforward, define. This is where you actually allow yourself to think about that. And I think you all just did that when you wrote it down a moment earlier. You don't get in the car without, a destination in mind, or unless that's the purpose of it. But when you get in the car, you typically have like a path you want to follow, right? What's big about dream is, when you're defining a dream, I don't want you to think about what you expect, because that's a trap we also fall into. What do we expect? I want you to think about what it is that you really want, no matter how big and crazy it sounds. I want you to think about what you really, really want. We all try to... I once went to an interview to ask my boss for a raise, and I went in that meeting with a number that I expected he was going to be okay with. And so I walked on and I came up with a plan, but it was in a number that I thought, oh, that sounds like he would be okay with. But what if I went in with what I really wanted? Now I'll never know if I could have gotten it or even closer to it. So when it comes to your dream, don't go with what you expect. Just go with what you really want, right? Don't just think it, ink it. I'm going to share something with you. Anybody familiar with Grace Hopper Conference? It's the largest It's the largest gathering of women technologists in the world. Last year, there were 25,000 women in tech at this conference. You can feel the hormones in the room. It was everywhere, right? But this year, I went, and the keynote speaker was Melinda Gates. And I am embarrassed to admit that when I went there, I just thought she was Bill Gates' wife. She is a co-owner for Microsoft, right? But she's a co-owner. She's not just the wife. She went in there with half of the equity, half of the work, half of everything. But people just remember Bill Gates. Melinda Gates was half of that. But then she talked about everything she did, right? This is what really stuck to me. This is her picture when she was going to college. And those were the goals that she wrote for herself. I don't know if you guys can see in the back. 1986, be accepted to graduate school at Stanford. 1987, hired by a great computer company. 1989, run my own company. Right? And then it goes on and goes on all the things that she wanted to do. This is something she did. Look how young she was when she did this. That was her dream. Look at her today. I follow her on LinkedIn. She's doing so much out there helping young girls, helping people in underdeveloped countries. But the thing I want you to pay attention, she wrote these things. First of all, she had a timeline, but she kept that. She didn't just write them. The fact that she can bring this up when she did that keynote shows to me that she kept them. There was a survey that a famous scientist did, and he interviewed people coming out of the subway in a big city. And he just asked them one simple question. What is your goal? what is your goal? What he found out was about 80% of the people he interviewed, they were like, yeah, I mean, I have a goal, you know, something, somewhere. 16% said, yes, I have my goal, here's my goal. But it wasn't written down anywhere. 3% said, yeah, I have a goal, it's written down, I think it's in my drawer, like, you know, it's somewhere in my office. 1% had the goals written down, they knew exactly where it was, and they reviewed it every single day. They were so intimate with that goal that nothing would detract them from the why. We talked about the why earlier. 1%, Melinda Gates. It takes a lot of hard work. She didn't just get up over there, you know, she had a plan. She kept it in front of her and she went after it as often and looked at it as often as she can, and she kept it, right? So don't just think it, ink it. And don't just ink it, keep it visible. If it's hidden, you will forget. If it's hidden, when you hit a challenge, you will go, well, why am I doing this anyway? But if you see it every day, if it's on the back of your mind every day, how much more are you going to be able to go after that? Right? So you just wrote down one of your dreams. We're going to break it down into goals. But your homework after this is really, are you familiar with SMART goals? Okay. The next step will be to do that, but we won't do it here. But at least I want you to list 3 goals that you want to achieve towards that dream. If there's anything that I want to do today, is if I saw you, and this is December 2020, and I say, hey, how was your year? I want you to say it's been the best life. It's been the best year in my life. What needs to happen for you to say that? That's what I want you to write down.